Hello everyone. For today's episode of Let's Eat, I have with me a limited edition Kollab Krabby Meal, complete with the pineapple frosty/shake, large fries, and the Kollab burger. Now let's see if the hype is warranted for it. I already kind of know what to expect with the fries since they don't really do anything to tamper with it. So, for this review, I'm mostly going to look at the burger. Now, disclaimer, I ordered this one without cheese or raw onions because, I'll be honest, that would have immediately ruined the experience for me. Mostly because, as far as cheese is concerned, the only cheese I really like on a burger is pepper jack, if that. Because, it at least gives it a flavor boost, but American cheese, I don't know, it just never really vibed right with me on a burger. Now, as far as the reason for not having raw onions, well, the only onions I've ever liked on a burger were grilled ones, or maybe onion rings, but somehow just having raw onions on there otherwise would not be a texture I've come to like. That being said, gimmicky as this meal is, we see that they have the flat patty, sauces there, lettuce, pickles, and then underneath we might see a tomato. And the Kollab sauce appears to be something of a Thousand Island from the looks of it. I take the first bite and yeah, that's definitely Thousand Island. I mean, not surprised. It has, like, the coloration of it. And it doesn't really have the kick that, say, Chipotle mayo might have. And looking at it closely... Seems to confirm as much. A pineapple frosty or shake or whatever it is really quite good. It's like I'm drinking a pineapple shake, though bear in mind I did take it on the bus with me about 13 minutes to get back here, so it might have started to turn a little bit more liquidy than it's meant to be when it's first presented. That's why I say it might be a frosty, it might be a shake. But if it's meant to be a shake, then they've done a good job on it. Taste of pineapple and vanilla ice cream with the shake. And a bit of pineapple flavored syrup of sorts. Now, what I'm a little curious about is what would this fry taste like with the so-called Kollab sauce. And so I'm going to dip a little bit into the wrapper here. See if maybe they could have amped it up by doing a Kollab fries or something. Okay. It's good. But I can kind of see why it wouldn't have been pragmatic for them to try to do like an animal fry thing with the Kollab sauce. Oh. If I had to nitpick anything else, it's probably that in all of the episodes of it, the patties are usually rounded when we see them on the grill. And Wendy's, as we know, always uses the flat, square patties. A minor thing, but I could totally see, Mr. Krabs in character. If he were to actually exist, he'd probably be like, nah, don't waste all that extra money on getting patties that are authentic to what we have down here. I'm starting to notice a slight kick with the sauce, so it's like they might have added a tiny bit of pepper to give it some extra zing to it. For those who don't know what animal style fries is that I'd alluded to before, because maybe you don't have In-N-Out in your state or country or wherever. What it is they take a square, fry container of sorts, and, well, actually almost rectangular, if I'm being geometrically correct. And they put Thousand Island sauce, or their special sauce, which is kind of like a Thousand Island base with whatever those little bits are inside of it that are kind of blackish in nature. They look almost like pickles. And they put this cheese on it and grilled onions. And fresh off the counter, that's one of the popular delicacies. Now, obviously, employees think it's overrated because, when you work at any fast food restaurant, I come to find that you get used to the same flavors and tastes of things after a while that you'd almost hanker for anything else, Not because it's bad quality, just, your taste buds are tired of the same thing every day. So, I'm not surprised that they would feel that way. And especially since In-N-Out has a very limited menu, so it's not like they can just have, like, a burger there one day and a chicken sandwich the next, and then maybe a quesadilla or a burrito the day after that. It's all burgers, literally, and fries, and shakes, and soda. And while you can play around with some of the flavors to some extent, as far as, like, do you want pickles on it? Do you want tomatoes? Do you want lettuce? They don't really... They really just have that one sauce option there. Other than maybe ketchup and mustard. But it's because of that it allows them to serve so many people and make almost no mistakes. All things considered, to prevent this video from going on too long, I'll simply say the burger was a nice take on the overall thing. I got no real complaints because I already went into it knowing kind of what a Wendy's burger is, and I kind of went in saying, okay, well, it's probably just going to taste like Wendy's to some extent. But all in all, I would say that their idea to use something other than their usual sauce and to try to make it, authentic to what we see in the SpongeBob show. That was it was a pretty good attempt on their part. But I think of all the items I've had today, I'm more impressed with the pineapple shake than the burger itself. And maybe that's just because at Wendy's, I'm used to having only an option of a vanilla Frosty or a chocolate Frosty. So anything that deviates from that is a breath of fresh air. That being said, for what it is, I could give it a 10 out of 10 as far as, being delicious to eat. However, I do still stand by my earlier, criticisms as far as it for reasons that are specific to the restaurant itself and not necessarily the Imagineers of it, that it's maybe not quite what we would get if we actually were under the sea in Bikini Bottom. If anything, I thought they always resembled more In-N-Out or maybe Shake Shack than, say, Wendy's, but hey, good on them for, knowing what their customers would buy. Not the least of which me. So with that, this has been Adam Applebaum, signing out. Enjoy.